Thank you for joining me today to talk about fall lawn care. Just to get started, let's recognize that our lawns are cool season grasses. What this means is their ideal growing conditions run at about 50 to 75 degrees. And so when it's cool like this and we're getting ample rainfall, your lawn is lush and gorgeous and everything looks beautiful. But as the temperatures start to creep up and we move into the summer months and we're looking at 85, 90, 95 degrees, this puts a lot of stress and strain on the lawn. It slows down, it loses vigors, thin areas start to develop, weeds start to move into it. And it's not unusual by late summer to look back and say, wow, my gorgeous lawn suddenly turned into a lawn that's lawn, half weeds, and has thin and bare spots. But the good news is all this can be fixed, and fall is the best time of the year to do that. As the days get shorter, temperatures get cooler, this is the ideal time because roots are growing and developing. So I'm going to go through a 5-step process with you today that we're using to restore the lawn. Now this can vary for everybody. The exact steps that you take, you might have to modify and adjust and adapt to your situation. But as we look at this lawn here today, it's thinned out, some bare spots have developed, soil has eroded, some weeds have moved in, and so I'm going to take several steps to restore this and get it back into good condition. The first thing that I'm going to do is have this area core aerated. The aerator is a machine that goes through and it loosens the soil, it alleviates the compaction by creating these channels for air and water to get in there. This also allows roots to grow in there and develop. And after doing the aeration, we're going to come in and spread some topsoil. As I said, we lost some topsoil through erosion, so that needs to be replaced. And it's also going to help to replenish and restore the soil that's here. Once the soil's been prepared, we move on to our next step, which will be fertilizing. Now, Merrifield Garden Center, we custom blend 2 different lawn foods, Merrifield Premium and Merrifield Select. Merrifield Select is a starter fertilizer. It contains the phosphorus that new grass and new seedlings need to germinate and really get their roots established. So that's what we're using today. After doing all our soil preparation and the fertilizer, we'll move on to our next step, which is putting the grass seed down. Again, Merrifield Garden Center, we custom blend 3 different grass seed mixes for different environments in our region. Our most popular one, and the one that we're using today, is the Merrifield Tough Play. This is a tall fescue mix. It's got the best heat and drought tolerance and does well in full sun, but it also tolerates a fair amount of shade, kind of anywhere from about 4 hours of sun to full all-day sun. If you're in a situation where maybe you only get 1 or 2 or 3 hours of sunlight, at that point we might get better results with the Merrifield Shady. And then we also offer a Kentucky Bluegrass blend that's in our Merrifield Sunny mix. That's a beautiful, gorgeous, lush lawn, but it does require a little more care and attention than the Tough Play does. So after you've done all this work and you feel like you've done a hard day's work and ready to put your feet up, I'm here to tell you we're not done. There's one more step. This is a process, and it takes time for your lawn to grow in. So my 5th step is watering. I'm going to water this area for about 5 minutes every day, just enough to keep the soil damp and moist. Because it's going to take about 1 to 2 weeks for this grass seed to germinate and start growing in. And then at about 4 weeks out, you'll really start to look like a lawn. And at that point, we'll come back in, we reassess conditions, we'll be applying the Merrifield Premium, and I'm hoping that you'll join us as we go through an update and give you results on the progress that we've made with this project.